Photo, frame 168H2 of probable mining machinery in current NASA database located on the backside of the Moon, taken by Lunar Orbiter 5 in 1967 during a mapping mission at an altitude of 172 kms. NASA claims it is a boulder rolling down a hill. An excellent book by Nick Redfern which proves that NASA has been lying about the Moon. Another authentic photo from the Lunar Orbiter series of mapping missions to the Moon in the 1960s which clearly illustrates some sort of mining machinery. Ingo Swann's book which relates his experience in remote viewing the dark side of the Moon for the CIA, NRO, or DIA. America's most famous psychic was secretly recruited to remote view the backside of the Moon at 10 specific coordinates in late February 1975 according to a now declassified CIA Stargate memo about using ESP, extrasensory perception for remote surveillance, dated the January 21, 1975. Swann was shocked to discover physical evidence of an extraterrestrial presence and that his psychic remote viewing spying sessions did not go unnoticed by the aliens. Ingo Swann helped develop the process of remote viewing at the Stanford Research Institute in California in experiments sponsored by the CIA. He is commonly credited with proposing the idea of coordinate remote viewing, a process in which viewers would view a location given nothing but its geographical coordinates, which was developed and tested by Hal Puthoff and Russell Targ with CIA funding in 1972-1973. Ingo Swann's mysterious handler was known only as Axelrod, a fictitious name. At the first coordinate Swann related, there are some patterns in the sand or whatever it is, not quite like sand. What they actually look like are like rows of largish tractor tread marks. But I don't understand how this could be. At the second set of coordinates Swann stated, I see, or at least I think I see, well. Some actual lights. They are giving off a green light. I see 2 rows of them. Yes, sort of like lights at football arenas, high up, banks of them. Up on towers of some kind. At other coordinates Swann continued, I found towers, machinery, lights of different colors, strange looking buildings. I found bridges whose function I couldn't figure out. One of them just arched out and never landed anywhere. There were domes of various sizes, round things like small saucers with windows. These were stored next to crater sides, sometimes in caves, sometimes in what looked like airfield hangars. I had problems estimating sizes. But some of the things were very large. I found long tube-like things, machinery tractor-like things going up and down hills, straight roads extending some miles, obelisks which had no apparent function. There were large platforms on domes, large cross-like structures. Holes were being dug into crater walls and floors, obviously having to do with some kind of mining or earth-moving operations. There were nets over craters, houses in which someone obviously lived, except that I couldn't see who, save in one case. The thing about them was that they were either human or looked exactly like us, but they were all males, as I could well see since they were all but ass naked. For the record, according to whistleblowers, sexless tall and short gray extraterrestrial clones do not wear clothes of any kind. Below. How do we know that Ingo Swann is not just a charlatan? Because he proved that he was a genuine psychic by describing the planets Mercury and Jupiter. And gave details which were not known to scientists until the Mariner 10 and Pioneer 10 satellites flew by the planets and got the information, revealed Edgar Mitchell, former NASA astronaut. Authentic NASA photos which prove that the Moon was colonized by a technologically advanced civilization in the past. Of course this has been censored. Photo, frame 168H2.